Good morning, friends. So today we are going to see the sample coding in JDBC. So I am Dr. Jermaine Mary, Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science. So we have seen the introduction to JDBC in the previous class. You know JDBC is Java Database Connectivity. It is an API which allows Java program to get connected to any of the relational database, any RDBMS. Database access is the same for all database vendors. JVM uses a JDBC driver to translate generalized JDBC calls into vendor-specific database calls. And we also know there are 4 general types of JDBC drivers. So today we are going to see JDBC programming procedure. So the first step in the Java program is to import the package needed to execute JDBC, which is nothing but java.sql.star. Then the first step is to load the JDBC driver. To load the JDBC driver, we make use of a simple statement class.forName. So using this class.forName, we load the driver. So whatever driver we want to use, that driver we will be loading using this statement. The second step is to obtain the database connectivity by connecting the database driver to the specific database that we want to use. For that, to create a connection, you generate the connection object by using the statement driver manager.getConnection, and here we will specify the database that you want to connect. So first step is you will load the driver. Second step is you will establish connection to the database by using the connection object. The third step is we'll create a statement object by calling the method in the connection object, and the method is create statement. By calling create statement, we create the statement object. And this statement object has 2 methods which we know. First one is execute query and the second one is execute update. So by using the statement object, we call the method that is needed for us. So if you want to create a table or to insert elements into the table or to update the elements, we make use of execute update method of the statement object. If you want to search through the database, we call execute query. So the fourth step in JDBC programming procedure is to execute the statement. So if you search through the database, then you call execute query, and this execute query will return the result set as a result of the query. So result set is a part of the table which satisfies the given query condition. So the fifth step is to navigate through the result set, and we have to display the result of the result set. And the sixth step is to close the connection. So the programming procedure for JDBC involves 6 important steps. So the first step is to load the driver. The second step is to establish connection. The third step is to create the statement object by using the connection methods of the connection. The fourth step is execute the statement. And the fifth one is navigate through the result set and display the result of the result set. And the sixth step is you close the connection. Now I am going to show you a sample coding to connect Java with the RDBMS using JDBC. So the first step is we import java.sql package. Then inside the main method, you create an object for connection and statement. And any JDBC program will have these 6 steps. So first step is you load the driver. So here we load the type 1 driver, which is JDBC ODBC driver. So the command for this is class.forName sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc ODBC driver. The second step is to establish connection. So we create the connection object by using the statement driver manager dot get connection JDBC colon ODBC and gem. Here this gem represents a data source name. So using the control panel, we create a data source name, and this data source name will connect to the database which is under use. Then the third step is you create the statement. You create the statement object by using the method of the connection, create statement method. You create the statement, and then you can execute either execute update or execute query based on our need. So here I have shown you an example how to create a table by calling execute update in the statement object, and then we insert elements into the table. This is how we insert elements into the table. So to whichever database is connected to this data source, to that database this table will be created and this record will be added into this table. So if you want to search through the database, then we call the method execute query. So this execute query, so execute update does not have a return type which will perform operations in the database and will create the table and insert elements into the table. Whereas execute query will search through the database. As a result of that, you get a result set which is part of the database which satisfies the given condition. So here execute query has a return type which is of type result set, and this result set metadata, we create an object for result set metadata by using the method get metadata of result set, and then using this result set metadata we get the number of columns present in the result set, and using this for loop we display the column name, and then we navigate through the result set using this method rs.next. So rs.next will move the pointer to the next record in the result set, and in that record we have column number of columns. So columns will give you the number of columns present. So in every column whatever data is present, the data is got using the method getString. And using this for loop we display all the columns present in the first record. After displaying all the columns present in the first record, we go to the while loop and we move the pointer to the next record in the result set, and then we display the second row, and this process is repeated till all the records in the result set are displayed. So after displaying, so this is the fifth step in our JDBC, we close all the resources. So the first step is you load the driver by using class.forName. Then we establish connection, that is the second step. Then we create statement. Then using the statement object, we call execute update or execute query, that is the fourth step. Fifth step is we navigate through the result set and display the result. And the sixth step is we close the database. So this is a procedure to create a simple JDBC in Java. Thank you for listening.